Happy Friday. How you doing today, Brian?
Not too shabby. Went to the art show earlier.
Yeah.
Sat there at the tent, met some WAVY TV 10 viewers, which was fun. Stopped by my buddy Ed Obermeyer's tent.
Okay.
I had him on Hang 10 a little bit ago, month and a half ago. He's a surf photographer, surf artist. He's a legend in this community. So it was nice to stop at his tent, see his display.
Do you remember where that was at? The spot?
I don't remember the exact spot. I think it was 29th, 28th-ish.
Okay, where was what the WAVY tent? I haven't gone down there.
It was around that same. We were 30 seconds down.
Oh,
from
we're close.
Ed. So
okay,
it
so
was,
we're in that zone.
Yeah, when I got there and left, I stopped by Ed's tent twice. So
we're close to King Neptune then, I'd imagine. That's around 35th.
Yeah, no, we are in the other direction. We are more south.
Okay, we're south of that. Okay. Yeah, I haven't been down there yet to see the thing, all the shows going on. The art show has been canceled for Sunday.
Yeah,
which
is a smart idea.
Yeah, going on today and it's going on tomorrow. So WAVY TV 10 will be down there into the weekend. But we have a couple of things that we're watching on Super. Whoa! I didn't switch the source. See, there's our desk right there. We have one of our operators cleaning up. Let me switch this out. I thought that was still set to max 4. Let me put that up. See, that's what I get for assuming.
We caught him in the act. Yes, we do clean our set.
Yes, that is one of our floor crews, Jacob. He is cleaning the set. He's great. So see, he's doing more than what he needs to do. And the button that I need to hit to open that thing is not there. So we're going to go to media full instead. We're going to talk about tides. So tidal flooding, this is the Lynnhaven River system. It's still looking like it's going to be major tidal flooding going into, what day is that? Sunday afternoon.
Let's say 6.2 feet,
6.2.
which is for Lynnhaven Inlet. This is not Sewell's Point, which we typically show for the south side.
Yeah. I have that graphic. I'll pull up the chart. I have the graphic.
Yeah,
I just can't get up the graphics right now.
Here's Sewell's Point. That looks to be, what, 6.1. It was at 6.5, so it's come down a little bit for Sewell's Point. But if you go back again to the Lynnhaven Inlet river system, there will be some really problematic spots.
Yeah.
5.5 is their major flood stage threshold. They're going to be almost a foot above that.
This community right around here, let me zoom it in a little bit more so it's centered on the thing. So to Basin Court, Basin Road, Lynnhaven Drive, anywhere south of Shore Drive in this community here where there's this water, this area floods very easily. When it gets to 5.5 at major flooding, flooding's already occurring in this neighborhood. So we're going to add almost a foot onto that. So the water levels will be a foot higher as we go into into this high tide on Sunday. So that's going to be a concern. There's other areas in the Lynnhaven River system that'll see some tidal flooding as well. So that's one thing that we're going to have to watch for into the long term. I'm trying to find the icon to pull up the soft panel, whatever it's called, and I can't find it on this computer at all, Brian. So I am kind of like, where is it? And it got switched out on me.
The green icon?
Yeah, the green icon, and it's gone.
Not on that monitor?
No, it isn't. No, it's just a profile thing and
we can do that. I'm pulling up the live stream right now.
Okay.
If anybody has any questions,
let's do a little Q&A, and then we'll see what we can get.
We'll figure out these technical issues. But if anybody has questions, let us know in the comments. I'm looking at the Facebook right now. I know we're live also on YouTube. I got a lot of questions at the art show about Saturday, actually. How is Saturday going to shape out? I would say split Saturday in half. The morning to early-ish afternoon, I think we're fine.
Yeah.
The mid to late afternoon into the evening, it goes downhill steadily.
Yes, it does.
Especially with the wind and the chance for rain. The
Found
wind
it.
especially. You got it?
I found it.
Look at that, guys. We can work on the fly
Woo!
here.
Okay, we're max 4.
And
all
then
right,
Sunday,
we're going to hot punch it. Ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go.
Woo!
I've also, just to kind of quickly wrap up this thought before we go into more detail on it. Sunday has been the easiest question to answer for me personally at the art show, because Sunday I was just being like, yep, it's a washout. It's like Sunday's going to be a mess. So Saturday, kind of, first half of the day we should be all right. Second half of the day in Hampton Roads, not so much. So that's kind of your little breakdown, but we'll get into more detail, obviously. Storm hasn't even really formed yet. Still got some time to develop.
But there are 2 other areas that we're watching right now that are in the Atlantic. This is kind of fun.
Yes.
We're going to do a quick little tour. Jerry, tropical storm. It'll stay a tropical storm the entire time.
This is really this storm has really weakened.
Yeah.
In terms of, or just
long-term
weakening. It's actually only what, 50-mile-per-hour storm. It was in the 60-mile-per-hour wind range yesterday, so it has weakened some.
I have to give kudos to the Google Weather Lab AI model. It said it was going to be a tropical storm the whole time.
Did it?
Yep, it locked it in.
How about the track though? Was it good on the track?
It kept it offshore. I don't remember the specific track, but it didn't have it coming towards us. It was pretty much locked in with the models.
Intensity, though, it nailed it.
It nailed it, which is good
nice.
to see.
Yeah.
Yep, good to see. And there's another storm that's out there, Karen, subtropical storm Karen. You can see the storm. Let's see if I can get a little highlighter on here. Man. Right there. That's Karen. I can't even pull up. The GOES East satellite doesn't go that far. It cuts off. So we can't even look at that.
You want my opinion on this?
Actually, we can kind of see it. Let's take a look at this.
Why was this? Okay, subtropical, I can understand. I don't even know why it was given a name.
Yeah, I don't know why they threw a name on it.
It really doesn't make much sense.
That's the storm right there, though. Just right on the edge.
It's a weak system.
Yep.
It's not going to do much even for Europe.
No, it's going to stay north of there.
It's absorbed into the overall flow of what's going on, and like the big mid-latitude cyclones. It's pretty much wedged in between. This thing's not going to be a system for much longer. Yeah, just going into Saturday, and then it's really a 24-hour storm. When's the last time you saw a storm form north of the Azores? Form north, right? That's a good question. I feel like that's a really, really far out. I think it was 2020. Was it? I think there was 2020. We had a weird storm in January that formed up here. Remember how we had, that was the year that we started at letter B in the hurricane season? 2020. I'm going to look this up. I do remember exactly what you were talking about. Yeah. I think there was a storm that year that was formed there. Here, take a look at this. This is cool. Okay. It was further south. It was south of the Azores, but. Was it? Okay. Yeah. I pull up the names really fast. That was of course, the hyperactive. Yeah. The hyperactive season. I'm going to get into, while you're looking that up, I'm going to get into the view for the weekend storm, just so we can kind of get going on that, because we've already spent a little time. We had that technical difficulty in the beginning. I'm going to make sure the shortcut on the desktop is in 3 different places next time, because I don't know why it was cleared out. Anyway, here's a look at future track. For Saturday, we're looking just fine for most of the day. We'll see clouds for the day. Rain develops into the Outer Banks in the early afternoon. We'll see that rain push north into the Hampton Road cities into the evening. So we're staying dry as we start the day, and then we see rain develop into the afternoon. The amount of rain that we'll get will really pick up as the storm system moves in, and heavy rainfall will be coming down across the Outer Banks. You can see early in the morning, so late Saturday night and into Sunday morning, we have that area of heavy rain that's going across the Outer Banks and eventually pushing into the Hampton Road cities. Right around maybe 3 to 4 a.m., we start to get some of the heavier bands of rain moving in from the south. Yeah, and we got the wind, too. The wind. The wind's going to be ramping up through that time, too. Really quick, Arthur was the name that we were thinking about. Okay. Yes. Hey, Arthur. Yes. Was it Hey Arthur? It was Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold. It was Hey Arnold. Right. Yeah. Not Hey Arthur. That's right. That was a great show. We have the clouds and rain that will continue throughout the day on Sunday. So Sunday we'll have rain all morning long. Sunday is a washout, I would say, for most areas, depending on where exactly, because it looks like this model actually wants to keep North Carolina a little bit dry. A little dry slot pushes in. But I think besides that little dry slot, it's going to be a washout. Ooh, southwest winds in North Carolina. Unfortunately, so I will be the first to admit. I'll always be the first to admit when I am wrong. And I haven't been wrong yet, but I kind of rolled the dice with my beach boating and boarding forecast yesterday. Yep. Because I was really counting on this storm to maybe move north a little bit sooner. Some of the models were hinting at this sooner track north on Sunday. Yep. And my thought process was, okay, we're going to see that wind switch in the afternoon. Originally, that was supposed to be the case. This thing has slowed down drastically in the past 12 hours of model runs. So it's not looking like the wind's going to switch now until overnight Sunday. And Monday's still looking great for surf. For any of the surfers wondering, because I did actually get a couple of questions. I was talking with Ed Obermeyer about this at the art show, like when we could see that window to switch. It's now looking like Monday's going to be fine. Monday's going to be great. Some of the best waves we've had in a while. Sunday doesn't look to be as good now. Maybe far southern Outer Banks.
Yeah.
But areas where NC-12 is probably going to be closed.
Storm could still speed up.
It could,
So-
and I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that.
Yeah, and a faster storm would also get this wind out of here sooner too, which would be
Sooner.
nice. So here's the wind for Saturday. We're seeing winds onshore at 20 miles an hour, gusts 20 to 25 miles an hour. 4 p.m., 5 p.m., we have strong winds out of the easterly direction. Not too bad still. Outer Banks is starting to pick up a little bit in speed, but the wind is not a big issue on Saturday. It's a breezy day. Sunday's the day where the wind starts to get going. Here's 3 o'clock in the morning. We're seeing gusts around 40 miles an hour from Ahoskie, almost Ahoskie, but to Edenton, Currituck, Elizabeth City, and the Outer Banks. There will be some strong winds at 3 o'clock in the morning. Hampton Road cities, it's windy. It's not as strong as what we'll see by 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and then 7 a.m. We're seeing
Wow.
45-mile-an-hour gusts.
Yeah.
Only near the water, though. Suffolk, Chesapeake,
Right.
Franklin, 30, 35.
Yeah.
We can handle that. Now, there will be some branches that might come down. There always is one branch, and it could take down a power line. So there might be isolated power outages happening Sunday morning because of that wind. But look at the wind by 9 a.m. It's
Jeez.
getting close to 50 miles an hour,
Yeah,
Virginia
I mean,
Beach and Cape Charles.
Virginia Beach is probably going to get slammed by this. The Buckrow Beach, the peninsulas, if you're close to the water, they're going to be getting some pretty decent wind out of this. Yeah, it's just going to depend on your proximity to the water, because if you go just inland, yeah, it'll be breezy, but nothing we've never been able to handle. The rain will
Right.
definitely be an issue for a good amount of us. We're going to get some heavy rain in spots that won't be nice to drive around in, but yeah, and even on the coastline, a lot of people, I heard a lot of people, a lot of people actually vacationing to the area were kind of freaked out by this, and I'm like, look, this is nothing we cannot handle. It's just the fact that we're going to have to watch for some of our local roadways that do tend to, have some coastal flooding with northeasterly winds. There's going to be some problem spots where you're not going to want to drive through these zones.
Right.
This isn't going to be a system where wide scale evacuations are in order. It's going to be a day where put on your favorite movie, grab some snacks, be cozy for the day.
Yep.
Watch some NFL football Sunday. And just have a good day. Have a nice, comfy, cozy day.
If you have an antenna on your house, the antenna might struggle a little bit shooting through
Well,
the.
let's hope that that's not the case, because then what are you gonna do? I guess you could play video games.
Yep, I'll be playing video games all weekend.
Jeff's been playing Battlefield, guys.
Yeah, Battlefield just came out 4 hours ago. I'm surprised I'm here at work. Yes, sick day
Didn't
was
call
tempting.
out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of sick days left, but didn't want to use one for this because we got the storm coming in. I want to make sure everyone knows what's going on. I can play video games over the weekend because the storm is going to be an impact. It's not going to be, for most, a major impact. So it's not a storm where we need to go and buy extra loaves of bread.
No, this is
Not
not
needed.
this isn't a clear the shelves kind of thing. Get to the local Kroger or Publix or wherever the case may be in a frenzy. This is just have a couple snacks laying around. You'll be all right with what you got.
Wind is
And-
still pretty strong for the Eastern Shore, though, in the afternoon.
Yeah, the threat shifts north as we go throughout your day on Sunday. So that's one thing. Accomack County, Chincoteague, up towards the northern neck. Ocean City, Maryland, even they're going to be getting slammed by this through the day Sunday.
But the good news is, though, for the Eastern Shore, how the whole shore is basically, the geography of it is you have the barrier islands, you have the beaches,
marshes.
the marshes, that takes all the wave.
It sucks up like a sponge all the wave action,
all the
and
energy,
the surge. So they won't have to worry about really a surge. Assateague Beach there.
If the wind switches direction, it could maybe come back.
I surfed in the spring, Assateague Beach. You have to drive through Chincoteague to get there.
Yep.
That area will probably be seeing a good amount of overwash into that parking lot area near Assateague, so maybe not a good idea to go out that way. And there will also be maybe a little bit of a water rise near some of those marshier areas. But yeah, I don't think it will be too concerning, like wide scale.
Right.
So
I think it should be okay. Here's the updated tide forecast. Just put this together. The next high tide we'll have at 1 o'clock in the morning, not an issue. We'll have minor tidal flooding tomorrow at 1 p.m., Sunday early morning at 2 a.m., and then moderate tidal flooding for Sewell's Point, 6.1 feet, Sunday at 2 p.m.
What did Aaron get to again?
Oh, for Sewell's Point, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I can pull it up. I don't remember that.
Just so we can have something to maybe compare it to. 6.1, of course, is moderate, but the Lynnhaven Inlet River system, for example, will likely break into that major flood stage. There are some, depending on your local, geography, how high up you are, sea level wise, there will be some spots near water.
Was Aaron on the 16th of September or the 10th of September? I don't remember that. I don't remember the dates very well.
Geez, you know what? I forget it too.
So it was either at 5.58 feet or 4.99.
I'm gonna guess 5 point whatever.
5?
Feet. Yes, I'm gonna guess that was Aaron.
Yeah, let me take a look, because what we can do is I can pull up the Lynnhaven River. I remember what that one was at, and if those dates lock in, I know that we're going to be on the right date. So 5.5 was the one for Sewell's Point, and then for the Lynnhaven River, Virginia Beach, yeah, that was the 16th. So that was at 6.06.
Okay.
So that was that flood event. That's good to see, because I forgot that it was at 6. It was essentially at 6.1. We're looking at the same tide again with this one,
yeah, maybe,
by a tenth of a foot, but that's just an inch or two.
Yeah, exactly. So definitely, think back if you are in some of those areas that did have some problems during Aaron. Think back to that storm.
Yep.
And mentally picture that as, okay, this could be the possibility with this one. So prepare accordingly to that.
I think that's that's a good way to look at it. I'm glad we looked that up. So
yeah.
we're going to keep looking at more on this coastal storm. I want to show you the rainfall totals, because they've changed a little bit since yesterday afternoon and since last night. We'll have that coming up in just a bit on Beyond the Forecast. I realized I was the one that made the mistake, Brian. The icon changed on the desktop for the program I need to open to switch to sources. It became that, I don't know how long you've used Windows computers, but when the icon file is missing, it goes to a generic one where it's just like this white box, white rectangle.
Mistakes are made.
Yeah, so I wasn't looking at the words, I was just looking for the colors. So I put a custom icon on there, so now everyone will be able to enjoy that.
Yeah, mistakes happen. And our minds are focused on the storm. Clearly.
Yeah, we're so focused on the storm, and then all of a sudden my icon disappeared. Anyway, so we're watching the storm system. That could bring us some tidal flooding. Let's go back to look at that tide forecast. But the rain is also going to be something that we'll see too. Rainfall amounts, this is the update, has around 2 to 3 inches. Actually, this model just updated. It backed off because the colors now are not matching the text, I see. This was updated 2 hours ago. The text was, and now the data's backed off. So now it's going around 1 inch to 2 inches again. It's pulled the numbers back down. Let's look at the Euro.
Yeah. And it's likely because of the shift east.
Yes.
this track of the storm still, Hatteras could still get slammed.
Something's going on with that. Yeah, it's been doing that since yesterday. I don't know if I believe that. That's
I
too
think
much.
10 inches is a little much, but
a little strong.
I think, I don't think it's out of the question to get maybe over 3 inches towards Manio and towards Hatteras and
Yeah,
those areas.
you
I
get
think it's
5 or
very,
6.
very possible.
Yeah, 5 or 6 it could happen, but 10 inches probably not. But for the rest of the Hampton Road cities, I mean, a half inch only for Wakefield through Monday at 8 p.m. That's basically nothing.
Remember, we were originally thinking 1 to 2 inches out that way.
Yes, we were.
So this is again, it's a sign that the storm is shifting east.
Yep.
And it's still on the table that this thing could kind of go back west once it's north of our area, correct?
Oh, let's
Getting
take a look.
closer to maybe New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's my people, my folks back home were asking me about that, and I was like, yeah, the runs yesterday had it kind of doing a little bit of a shift back west.
So here's the Euro. It has a low near South Carolina, and then it kind of shifts it towards off our coastline.
Yeah, it's like this elongated area of low pressure, and it kind of transfers. The low transfers its way north, and then there it is. Yeah.
Yep, there it is. So that's Monday into
it
Tuesday.
Spins it back. That's very oh, look at that.
Yep.
It's
look
very part of that is very reminiscent of Sandy. I know that's a triggering storm for a lot of people on the East Coast, especially up in New Jersey. But we have that blocking high to the north.
Yep.
It's going to help us, steer this thing back west as we go into the early parts of next week. Through the day of Monday. So New Jersey's going to get slammed with this. Our wind is going to be a tricky one to forecast.
Yeah, with the European model, it's been saying that for a while. Let's look at the GFS. Let's see what this thing is thinking. So we have the storm that comes in from the south. This is kind of like our in-house graph model. Has the rain coming through mostly Sunday morning.
Still has it on more of that west track.
And then long-term Tuesday, there's still some lingering light rain.
But it also keeps the low kind of just east of us, and then it pushes east. So
yep, and then it's gone. And then the long term, it suggested some rain into next weekend. We'll see what happens there. But with the storm system, it comes in from the south. Most of the rain comes in Saturday night. We see the rain fall throughout the day Sunday with the wind, and then that storm system starts to just fade away on top of us. We still get the rain on Monday. Tuesday, the rain starts to move out, and we'll see clearing skies Tuesday into Wednesday. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what I'm seeing with that. We're going to take a look at some more things for your upcoming weekend forecast. We're going to take another little break. We'll be right back with more on Beyond the Forecast. in the chatter on the comments here on Facebook Live.
One of them is Battlefield related.
Yeah, one's Battlefield related, but the other one, taking down decorations. John saying, just when I put up all my Halloween decorations, time to take them back down and prepare for the high wind. And that's the smart move to do. Just get through this storm system, and then we'll see conditions that will calm down. And we should be hopefully fine as we go into Halloween towards the end of the month.
Look, I'm really thinking this weekend is going to be one where it is, I keep saying it, it's going to be a cozy weekend. Enjoy the Sunday night football or just the Sunday slate of games. Even, Saturday with the college games going down, put your favorite movie on, a couple snacks, enjoy yourself.
Yep. Watch a little bit of Hang 10 on WAVY Plus.
You could do that too.
See what's going on.
If you're like me and you're struggling with some injuries from surfing, maybe rest a little bit.
Yeah, we got a great weekend to do, kind of just to relax. Again, though, the wind is going to be really picking up speed. This is for you just tuning in. We have 2 minutes left. Sunday, 3 o'clock in the morning, we have wind speeds that'll be gusting out of the northeast at around 40 miles an hour for North Carolina, then around 40 to 45 miles an hour into Virginia Beach Sunday morning at 5 a.m. Into Sunday mid-morning at 8 a.m., we're seeing the strongest winds across spots into Cape Charles and Hancock. So the strongest winds continue to push in throughout the morning on Sunday and into the afternoon for the Eastern Shore. Not too bad for the Hampton Road cities by the afternoon on Sunday or North Carolina. The wind really starts to calm down, so that'll be good. High tide is Sunday at around 2 p.m. So we will have a high tide for our area, maybe moderate tidal flooding for most locations, maybe major tidal flooding into Virginia Beach coming up Sunday afternoon. That would be targeted for Smithfield, Jamestown on the peninsula, and also for Virginia Beach on the south side, where we could see some major tidal flooding around 2 to 4 p.m. with the storm system. Otherwise, I think we're going to be okay here. After that, in the long-term forecast, we'll pull up the 7-day just so you can see that. Long range, we're going to see temperatures that will be, I love that sound, staying in the 70s and 60s for the next 7 days. So cooler weather, drying out Tuesday and Wednesday next week. So that should hopefully be pretty good.
It'll be a pleasant week next week after this thing gets on out of here.
Sounds like you're going to be watching a lot of football this weekend.
I'll be watching a lot of football this weekend. And, oh, man, I'm keeping the fingers crossed.
You know how I've always wanted to have get a garden going for the pollinators? Yeah, I got the plants. You can see them right there.
Oh, there you go.
I bought them all. They're sitting next to my birdhouse right now that's empty. It needs some water in it. But got those perennials. They're going to be for the pollinators. Going to be planting those next week once we get some dry weather.
I'm fingers crossed for a window of opportunity on Sunday. Some big surf, really clean conditions. I'm losing hope as we speak for Sunday, but I'm still holding on to Monday at least. So
I think we'll have a chance.
Maybe in the next episode of Hang 10, you'll catch some of the footage I get from this storm, hopefully surfing.
Coming up at 4 o'clock, Brian's going to be having more about this coastal storm in case you missed anything, and we're going to have more throughout our newscast this evening. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. See you later.